Natasha slowly blinks awake in the warm light of the autumn morning slanting through her bedroom window. For a moment, she tenses, until slowly her muscles relax, one by one, as she remembers.
It's over. I can't believe it. It's actually over.
Natasha lets out a giddy laugh. She feels pressure against the blanket as Luna crawls onto her chest, laying in the beam of sunlight.
I know. I talk to myself too much. I should be talking to you instead.
Natasha jolts as a heavy weight presses against the blankets. Hilda scrambles up her chest and starts licking her face.
No, I didn't forget about you.
Natasha scratches Hilda behind the ears, while Luna bats uselessly at her fur. Hilda licks Luna's nose, and the kitten backs away in shock.
Okay, you two. Let's get you some breakfast.
Hilda dives off the bed, and she can hear nails clacking against the staircase. Natasha picks up Luna and follows out to the shed.
Daffy! Chow time! Where is that bird?
Natasha looks around the rafters, but doesn't spot him. After a moment, he swoops in through the open window and glides into his nest, another paper clenched in his beak.
Another letter, huh? I wonder if this Goddard guy made it through okay.
The latter half of the paper is drenched in blood so old it's become the same texture as the parchment.
Jeez, is this his blood?
Daffy cocks his head to the side. Natasha looks again at the birdseed, wondering if she could trade it for the letter. Natasha scoops up a couple of seeds and extends them in her palm towards Daffy. Surprisingly, he goes for it without hesitation.
Good, Daffy.
Natasha unfurls the latest installment of Goddard Filleus' adventures in the occult and holds the page gingerly between two fingers. She tries to steady her hands as she reads on.
Dear Elizabeth, the time for pen names is done. I no longer fear your father's discovery, nor what the board might think of my expedition. You will never see me or hear about me again. The things I witnessed and experienced are far more dangerous than I imagined. I gained something special, a new purpose in life that I will have to follow forever, to protect the innocents. Go on with your life, but know that I will never forget you, my love.
The rest is illegible due to the blood covering the note.
So, everything started in Goddard Filleus this time. He sealed the creature. I never did ask Cora how the Jonas Filleus died. Could Redfield have killed him? It sucks that the Filleus' family got extinct. They did everything they could to protect us.
Natasha pins Goddard Filleus' words to the corkboard. Daffy gives a self-important squawk before hopping down onto the table to get the rest of the birdseed. She takes a step back and looks at the corkboard in front of her. She feels uneasy for some reason. Natasha then remembers the conversation she had with Cora.
But perhaps you should speak with your mother about this. She might know something about your mysterious power.
Could Mom really know something?
Natasha takes out her phone and calls her mom.
Natasha! Good morning to you. How's my precious butterfly doing?
Mom, please. I'm not 5 years old, you know?
You will always be my precious little girl.
So, has the weather finally calmed down over there?
Yes, it started to calm down a little more. Unfortunately, I can't still come. The airports won't open until next week.
Oh, I see.
By the way, today's homecoming. I really wanted to be there. I wanted to see your friends and your sweet boyfriend Lucas.
Yeah, same. But don't worry, I'll send you lots of pictures and videos and everything.
You better. I want to know every single detail. I'm glad you're back with your old friends. It was hard to see you be alone and going through struggles back in the day. I'm glad you were able to overcome that. I'm so proud of you, Natasha. I would hug you so tightly if I were there with you.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that. By the way, Mom, there's something I want to ask you.
Uh-oh. My mom's senses are tingling. You seem troubled by something. What is it, sweetie?
Did you knew a family by their surname Filleus?
Natasha's mom suddenly goes silent.
Mom?
Natasha, where did you hear about that?
It was a friend.
Natasha Ayala, I didn't teach you to be lying like this. Who told you about that family?
It was Cora Pritchard.
Of course that old hag is still around.
Huh? What?
You're doing something dangerous, aren't you?
No, it's not like that, Mom. Honest.
Natasha, listen to me carefully. There are some things in life better to never be discovered. And this is one of those cases.
Mom.
I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you anything from that family. They're nothing but monsters. I'm not just thinking about me. I don't want you to be involved with anything related to that damn family.
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't realize this would be so upsetting.
No, I apologize. I just lost it for a moment. Just promise me you won't get involved in this and stop speaking to Cora. I don't want to have to move from Westchester to live somewhere else.
I promise, Mom.
Thank you, sweetie. Now, let's just forget all of this. I have to go now, but I'm expecting those homecoming photos. Hope you have an amazing time with your boyfriend and your friends. I love you.
Yeah, I will. Thanks, Mom. Love you too.
Natasha senses tension in the air between her and her mom after the conversation. Natasha's phone buzzes, and she sees an incoming text message from Andy. After spending the day taking it easy and catching up on some chores, Natasha decides to get ready. With only a couple of hours left until the dance starts, Natasha showers and looks at her clothing options.
It's still a little early, but if I get dressed now, it just gives me more time to perfect my look. This is my last homecoming dance ever. I should pull all of the stops.
Suddenly, her phone buzzes from an incoming text message. Natasha arrives at Renoir's precisely at 6, and before the butterflies have time to settle in her stomach, she feels a tap on her shoulder.
There you are, Lucas. Wow, you're a total babe. I mean, you're still you, but tonight especially.
Lucas's cheeks tinge pink as he chews on the inside of his lip.
You're just saying that.
Never. I only tell the truth.
You.
He lets out a long, slow breath and smiles.
You look so gorgeous. Remind me to pay your tailor a visit.
Lucas takes Natasha's hand and presses his lips to the back of it.
That was surprisingly formal.
Oh, sorry, was that weird? I don't have a ton of experience with dating.
Not weird. It's very Lucas Thomas.
What does that mean?
I mean that if I was going to guess at anyone being so charmingly old-fashioned, it would be you.
Well, if that's the case...
He takes Natasha's other hand, kisses it, and weaves his fingers through hers.
Our table's ready. Are you hungry?
You know, I was starving, but now I just feel really good.
He smiles and leads Natasha to a cozy corner booth near the back of the restaurant.
Whoa, check out this prime location.
Lucas gestures for her to slide into the seat first, and he follows.
A trick I picked up from my mom. Go for a table near the kitchen so you can see all the food coming out. Great for an indecisive eater.
That's a great idea. Perfect for me. I literally could stare at a menu for hours and slowly die of starvation before choosing something. Hey, I don't mean to be a bummer, but since you brought up your mom, how are things with your parents?
They were furious, of course, followed closely by disappointment, which kinda hurt more. But ultimately, I'm glad all this came out in the open, or I'd never have been able to have a serious talk with my parents about what I want for my future.
I'm glad. It's kind of strange how being nearly murdered by a spooky forest monster makes things that seem tough a little easier.
Lucas chuckles. A waitress comes by and pours out a bottle of sparkling cider into 2 champagne flutes at their table.
Oh, sorry, we didn't...
That's okay, Natasha. I ordered it before you got here.
See? This is just one of the many reasons why I like you. You're so organized.
I really hope you like me for more than my mad attention to detail skills.
Of course. I like your eyes and your broad shoulders.
My eyes? But they're just brown.
They're not just brown. You're the only person in the world with eyes like those. And I, for one, could totally get lost in them.
Lucas smiles sheepishly.
Okay, my turn. What is it that you like about me?
Is it a total cop-out if I just say everything?
As a matter of fact, it is. But I'll take it.
Lucas lets out a laugh. He rests his hand on Natasha's and looks into her eyes.
My favorite thing about you is how you encourage others to be their best. Even when they think they already are. You challenge them to see themselves in a different light.
Lucas reaches up and cups her cheek in the palm of his hand, running his thumb across her lips. She leans into the touch, and he inclines his head towards hers. Slowly, he closes the gap, their lips meeting with the gentlest of kisses.
Should we toast?
Oh, right. I almost forgot.
He hands her one of the glasses and picks up the other for himself.
To the best homecoming date a guy could ask for.
And right back at ya.
They clink their glasses together and have dinner. While they're eating their meal, Natasha can't help but think of the strange conversation with her mother.
Natasha, listen to me carefully. There are some things in life better to never be discovered. And this is one of those cases.
Mom!
I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you anything from that family. They're nothing but monsters. I'm not just thinking about me. I don't want you to be involved with anything related to that damn family.
Suddenly, Natasha feels a hand sliding onto hers as she snaps back and turns to Lucas, who gives her a worried look.
Natasha, are you alright?
Oh,
I can tell something's bothering you. You're breathing weirdly.
it's just... I called my mom today and asked her about the Filleus' family.
Oh? And what did she say?
Well...
Natasha explains to Lucas about the conversation she had with her mom.
Yikes. It seems Jen had a complete meltdown just by the mention of them. But it also seems odd coming from her. She's just always seemed so cheery and happy. She's too nice a person.
Right? I've never seen her act like this before. I don't know why, but something feels off.
You don't think she knew about the rituals or was involved?
I doubt she was involved, but it seems like she knew the family and probably discovered their dark secret. This whole thing is over. There's still so much I don't know. For starters, if Mr. Red didn't give me these powers, how did I even get these powers?
Natasha sighs and rubs her eyes.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll find the answers to all those questions, and I'll be there to help you in any way I can.
Yeah, I guess you're right on that. Thanks. I appreciate that, and thanks for listening.
Of course. Anytime.
The two hug, but Natasha still feels a sense of unease. When they stop hugging, she quickly hides it with a smile.
I shouldn't be overthinking too much. It's homecoming, our night. I should just have fun.
The two spend the rest of the dinner talking and buzzing with excitement for the night to come. Natasha and Lucas arrive back at her house just as the limo full of their friends shows up.
Perfectly on time. Ready to go?
Absolutely. Let's get this night started.
Natasha and Lucas duck into the limo and squeeze themselves into a spot on the wraparound couch.
Whoa, Stacy. This is like insanely fancy.
Meh, it's okay.
Natasha is blinded by a flash as Stacy takes a photo of the group on her phone. She checks the photo, smiles, and tucks the phone into her clutch.
This is fancy. You look like $1,000,000.
Lily's right. I don't know about 1,000,000, but somewhere in the high hundreds of thousands for sure.
Thanks, guys. You're gonna make me cry before we get the pictures taken.
No thank you. Photos from tonight could end up in a yearbook.
Dudes, check this out.
Andy rolls the skylight window open and sticks his head out.
Oh! You guys gotta try this!
He tugs Noah's jacket and pulls him up to his level. Noah grins sheepishly before his head disappears through the roof.
Hey guys, check out this bar.
Don't bother. Stacy's mom replaced every bottle with apple cider.
She could have just removed the bottles, but no.
She picks up a Martinelli's bottle the size of her palm.
Did you know they made these this small?
We've got to commemorate this. All of us going to homecoming together? Who would have guessed?
Oh yeah! Who brought a selfie stick?
Everyone turns to look at Stacy. She rolls her eyes, but pulls one out of her bag.
You guys have that judgy look in your eyes, but it's obviously coming in handy.
Everyone squeeze in. I haven't taken a picture in 12 years, and I'm pretty sure I don't show up on film anyway.
Natasha rolls her eyes, grinning.
Ava, get over here.
Natasha throws an arm around her shoulders, pulling her into frame.
Everyone say, spooky socks!
A flash goes off, and they all burst into a commotion, reaching out to try and get a glimpse of the photo.
We've gotta show this to Dan when we go to the hospital tomorrow. I know he won't see it, but...
I'm sure he'd like that.
I have a favor to ask, and you can totally say no if you want, but my mom stopped her cold shoulder thing long enough to make me swear to take pictures tonight, so...
Oh, don't worry, we're on the same page.
Lucas puts his arm around Natasha, pulling her in against him. They smile as the phone's flash goes off. Then they do the same on Natasha's phone.
Well, how does it look? Think your mom will be happy?
Nah, doesn't matter that much. I'm happy.
Lucas grins, and Natasha nestles closer to him, relaxing into the seat as the limo makes its way towards the school. After the ride in the limo, the group steps into the school's gym.
Oh my. They have one of those chocolate fountains that you dip stuff in.
I don't know if I'd want to eat anything in this gym after what happened the last time we were here.
Rest assured, an inspection was done, exterminators were called, and there's not a single spider left in this school.
This place looks amazing. Gotta give my props to the dance committee.
Chair up, at your service and taking your props.
Lily, over here!
Oh, there's Britney. I'll meet you guys on the dance floor.
Lily skips to Britney, and Natasha watches them kiss before heading towards the snack table.
I don't even know where to start.
Natasha does a slow turn, marveling at how different the gym looks, and finds herself face to face with Mayor Green.
Hi, Miss Mayor Green?
Stacy folds her arms over her chest, one eyebrow arching.
Stacy?
Mayor Green?
I really appreciate the attitude, Stacy. Do we need to have another talk about respecting this family?
Sure, but maybe it should come from someone who has experience on this subject.
Stacy...
Mayor Green, if you'll excuse us, we have some dancing to do.
Mayor Green looks shocked, but before she has time to respond, Natasha ushers Stacy and the rest of their friends away.
Nice save. Thanks, Natasha.
Hey, I'm not gonna let a little thing like the rat of the mayor threaten our senior homecoming. Now let's get on that dance floor.
In the center of the dance floor, Natasha and her friends let loose, dancing like it's their last night on Earth. Lily and Britney appear next to Natasha, though Britney makes a point of ignoring the group.
Who wants to see me do the worm?
I'd like to see you try, Kang.
What about the one you always used to do when we were kids? The one that was like...
He puts one arm behind his head and moves the other in a jerking, slicing motion that makes Natasha laugh.
Nah, man. It's more like this.
He copies Lucas, and suddenly they're all doing the sprinkler.
You're all so deeply uncool.
And you totally love us.
After a few more upbeat songs, the music transitions subtly into a slow song. Lily appears at Natasha's shoulder.
Have you guys seen Britney? She said she was going to set up for the King and Queen announcements, but she's been gone forever.
I don't know. Sorry, Lily.
I think I saw her slither out those doors over there into the hallway. Oh, thanks. I'll be right back, guys.
Lily steps out into the hallway, the sounds of the dance fading as the door clicks shut behind her.
Brit?
In the startling quiet, Lily hears voices coming from down the hall. She starts towards them, and they become clearer as she approaches.
To your idea? You can back out now.
I can do whatever I want. Thank you very much.
Oh, what? Certainly can't bear to make your little girlfriend sad.
She's not my girlfriend, but
Lily peeks around the corner of an open door and sees Britney and Jocelyn arguing in a storage closet.
Britney, what are you doing here?
Hiding from you, of course.
Joss, can you just get out of here?
Jocelyn's brows furrow as she looks between Lily and Britney. Finally, she shrugs.
Do whatever you want, Fred. I hope Code is watching. Because your ship's about to go down in flames.
Hey, what's that supposed to...
As Jocelyn strides out of the closet, Lily sees a cardboard crown with the word loser written across it in pale green rhinestones. It's the same color as her dress. Britney kicks it out of the way, but it's too late. Lily has already seen it.
I should have known. I should have listened to everyone else about you.
Look, I wasn't gonna go through with it.
You are absolutely the worst. I can't believe I stood up for you. It doesn't matter if you changed your mind. It's the fact that you were going to do it in the first place.
Hey, this isn't all my fault. You did something to me. I know it. I was getting these headaches. These horrible headaches. And the only thing that made them feel better was being with you. Am I supposed to think that's a coincidence?
That's not my fault. I didn't know that. I mean, I had nothing to do with it.
With what, Lily? You obviously know what's been going on. Everyone's heard the rumors about you and your weirdo friends. Did you have that Ava girl do some voodoo on me?
I would never. I didn't ask for anything to happen.
Save it. Whatever it was, the headaches are gone anyway. But my head doesn't feel any clearer. I hated you, you know.
Me? What did I do?
You're so good. You're good and nice and people like you. And I'm not. I wasn't going to do it. I couldn't do it after everything. Joss was furious. But I didn't want to hurt you anymore. The time we've been spending together, the last couple of weeks, it reminded me how much I missed you. It reminded me that I don't hate you at all. Not even a little bit.
Britney sits on an upturned crate, rubbing the heels of her hands into her eyes and smearing her mascara. Lily sits on an identical crate across from her.
I guess I sort of owe you an apology too. I don't know what was going on with the headaches and stuff exactly, but sorry.
Please, don't apologize to me. I may not have done it this time, but I would have. And I have before, and you know that.
Still, I'm sorry this happened to you.
Why? Why are you always so nice to me?
Because I don't know anymore. I know I had a reason once, but maybe it just became habit.
Lily appraises the sad state that Britney's in, her heart softening just a little.
I guess I thought you could change.
Maybe I could. I mean, I did this time, right? I know that's not any sort of consolation, but it might be a start.
Britney reaches out and takes Lily's hands. They're surprisingly warm.
I'm so sorry for everything, Lily. You were right this whole time. I've never stopped liking you. I just couldn't. Please, Please give me another chance. I swear I can be better. I'll do it for you.
It's too late. I need to start standing up for myself. And I think the first in doing that is getting over you.
Lily pulls her hands out of Britney's grasp. Tears stream down her face, leaving black streaks in their wake.
But Lily, I swear I
have to do this. For me. I hope you do try to change, Britney. For you. Because if you don't, this isn't going to be the last time you find yourself crying in a closet. Alone.
Lily stands up and dusts off her dress. She spots the cheap-looking crown on the ground and crushes it under her heel.
I'm gonna go back to the dance. I hope your night gets better. If you need me, I'll be dancing with my friends.
Lily heads back down the hallway and rejoins the dance. Earlier, Natasha watches Lily walk away. When she turns back around, Lucas is waiting.
Can I trouble you for a dance?
It would be no trouble at all.
Lucas takes Natasha and gives her a twirl before pulling her in close to his chest.
Whoa, where'd you learn that? I thought you said you didn't know how to dance properly.
I was shy around you back then. The reality is, I was in dance club for a semester sophomore year.
Seriously, Lucas? Is there anything you can't do?
Natasha places one hand on his chest and the other in his hand. Lucas gently guides her in smooth circles across the dance floor.
Plenty. I'm pretty bad at getting dates.
No way. That's impossible.
If I was good at it, don't you think I would have asked you out sooner?
You're always a busy guy. I just assume that's why.
That's part of it, I guess. But mostly, you make me extremely nervous.
With a smile, Natasha leans in close, her nose brushing his.
Don't be.
Their lips touch, and Lucas's grip on Natasha tightens. The kiss lasts for but a moment, and when it's over, their lips tingle. A short while later, after the final chords of the song fade out, a familiar and nauseating voice fills the auditorium.
How are we doing tonight? I know that it's usually the duty of the last year queen to announce homecoming court. But well, no one can find Britney.
She shrugs it off, just as Lily appears at Natasha's side. She looks around for Britney, but Lily's alone.
Is everything okay? Did you find Britney?
Yep. Let's talk about it later.
From Natasha's other side, Noah snorts. He looks up at the stage with a face full of pure disdain.
I wish we could skip this part. Just another perpetuation of the class system in this school.
Without further ado, this year's homecoming king is...
A drumroll sound effect blares through the speakers. Jocelyn tears open one of the envelopes in her hand, and her mouth rounds into a look of shock.
It's Andy Gang!
Applause breaks out throughout the auditorium, and there are a few shouts of one-hit wonder, but even more shouts of King Kang!
What? No! How is this possible?
I'm pretty sure voting happened after we played Anderton.
Hello! You awake, Gang?
Well, what are you waiting for? Go!
Andy beams at the group before bounding up to the stage.
Well, I'll be damned.
They watch Jocelyn grimace as she drops the crown onto Andy's head.
Let's get to the good stuff, This year's homecoming queen.
The door nearest Natasha slams open. Up on the stage, Andy's face pales as he looks past her.
What the?
They whirl around just in time to see Cora staggering in, clutching her stomach.
What is she doing here?
Oh my god. Look.
Blood seeps through Cora's fingertips, the color from her face draining fast. A scream swells up from the crowd as people start to realize what's happening.
Natasha!
Cora? Why are you?
Cora's legs give out from under her, and Natasha catches her just before she hits the floor. She grabs onto Natasha for support, her blood smearing across the front of her dress.
It failed. The ritual failed.
Students crowd around Natasha, craning their necks to get a better look.
Okay, everyone back up. I'll call an ambulance. Just give her some room.
I'm sorry. I really thought he's coming.
No, we won. We did it. Everything's fine. There must be.
Cora's eyes widen as she takes a closer look at Natasha.
It's you.
What?
She mutters something, but she can't hear her over the sound of the crowd's nervous chatter.
I can't. What are you saying?
Natasha leans in close, tilting her ear towards her lips. When she inhales, the air rattles, the last bit of air left in her.
The same eyes, same face. You look just like...
Cora's grip loosens as she slumps against the floor.
No, Cora!
Natasha touches her bloody hands, and suddenly the scene changes. She finds herself back inside the cave where Redfield lives. Suddenly, she sees Cora there with a man. He's injecting some sort of anesthesia into a homeless person who's tied up. Natasha's body completely freezes as she watches in growing horror, realizing what's going on. Suddenly, a man passes over Natasha as if she's a ghost.
Wow, nice work there.
The man takes off his gloves and picks up a book. He flips to a page on the same book Cora used to perform the ritual.
Guess going full killing homeless was worth it after all.
Listen here, idiot. John doesn't take any pleasure in doing this. He never has and never will. You just don't understand the real reason why we must do this every 10 years.
Vincent, Cora, I allowed you both to accompany me, but if you continue to argue or speak like this, I'll have to ask you both to leave.
Natasha continues to watch the conversation unfold.
Don't be like that, buddy. Without my family's power, you two would be behind bars right about now.
Yes, I'm extremely grateful to the Westcott family. It's entirely due to their cooperation that I'm able to fulfill my duty.
This ritual you both keep talking about or whatever, yeah, sounds like a mouthful. I mean, how bad could this spirit really be?
You're being childish right now. Please refrain from saying anything that draws interest of Redfield. The seal is in the process of weakening. It may be listening at this very moment.
Ooh, now that's scary. You better hurry up, John, and finish with this whole soul exchange thing.
Victor walks past an angry Cora, and suddenly he stomps on something by accident. Something soft. Victor is holding a strange-looking shadow doll in his hands.
Hey John, what's this?
That? Oh, since I'm the last successor of the Filleus family, it's just junk now.
I suppose you being lonely means you're no interested in getting it on anymore?
It would look that way to you. Ever since I lost the power of my hands in an accident, I've given up on ordinary happiness.
What do you mean by power of your hands?
Each of his hands held a special power. The power to bestow was one of them.
I would use it to bestow spiritual power into that doll and give it to the shadow.
So does that mean, because you lost your power thing, that's why you're killing a homeless person every 10 years and doing these switcheroo rituals?
Cora and John exchange glances for a moment.
It's up to you whether you believe us or not.
Victor smiles and begins to laugh.
I believe you. I love stories like that.
Cora rolls his eyes, ignoring Victor, then turns to John.
John, have you thought about what I said?
About what?
Getting married and having a family. I know you lost your powers, but surely you can still try. There's still a chance a new kin could gain the same powers.
Cora, there's no point in even trying anymore.
You're still hung up on that woman,
Of course I am. She was my everything. Even now, forever. I always want to relive that time when she was around.
I see.
Cora stays quiet, looking away, and Victor makes a grim face.
I apologize, Cora, for my behavior. Anyways, please be silent, both of you. I must finish this so I can rest easy for another 10 years.
The vision finishes, and Natasha is back with the still panicking crowd. A tear flows out of her eye as she's in a state of shock.
Hold on. John's voice sounds familiar. He's the voice that has been speaking to me this entire time. No, this can't be.
She's running. Natasha, what's wrong? What did she say?
An unnatural howling surrounds the gym. Doors start to fly open, and wave after wave of vine-tangled creatures come storming in. The crowd around Natasha scrambles away in every direction, screaming. One of the monstrous creatures breaks from the pack and stalks towards her.
That's not Reaper, is it?
Definitely not.
Natasha backs away from it, bumping into Lily, who's edging away from another creature facing her. Natasha looks towards the fire exits to her left, which are now covered in spiders the size of her fist.
We gotta get out of here now. Where's Andy?
Natasha turns towards the stage, struggling to see over the panicked, screaming crowd. Up on the stage, Andy slams a folding chair into one creature, and then another.
Yeah! What's my name?
He winds up to swing again, and a huge creature leaps up from the dance floor, jaws clamping around his leg. The creature twists his head, and they all hear a sickening crunch. A sharp piece of bone snaps through the skin of Andy's leg. Andy screams again as the beast drags him towards the exit. Natasha struggles to fight her way through the crowd, knowing she won't reach him in time.
Please hold on!
Andy manages to catch hold of the doorframe as the beast bounds through the exit doors. They lock eyes across the room.
Natasha!
And then, with a horrific jerk, Andy is gone.